development or destruction. Why does Gurugram flood every monsoon? Just imagine. A city that once looked like a vast village, where ponds glistened, fields stretched wide, and nature's breath could be felt everywhere. That very city now sinks underwater with just a little rain. Roads turn into rivers, basements of houses become ponds, and office-goers remain stuck in traffic jams for hours. This city is Gurugram. Gurugram, once hailed as the symbol of India's economic progress, today stands as a tale of both development and destruction every monsoon. The question is, has Gurugram really paid the price of rapid development? Are these floods the result of tampering with nature? Today, we will dive deep into this very subject. But before that, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you always get the latest updates on our videos first. So, without any delay, let's begin today's discussion. Let me tell you, Gurugram is situated on the slope of the Aravalli Hills. Naturally, rainwater used to flow downward. Earlier, this water would travel through ponds, stepwells, and natural streams before finally reaching the Sahibi River. But today, a concrete jungle has risen on this slope. Skyscrapers, wide roads, and unplanned construction have blocked the water's pathways. As a result, instead of flowing away, rainwater collects right there, turning the city into a giant pond. Satellite images from 1984 to 2022 make the story even clearer. Once, Gurugram was full of lush green fields, open spaces, and dozens of ponds. But the real estate boom devoured them. Today, those ponds have either vanished or shrunk so much that they are unrecognizable. Gurugram has now transformed into a massive expanse of grey concrete. It seems as if humans have built this city against the natural slope and invited trouble upon themselves. The Sahibi River, which once acted as a natural boundary and watershed between Gurugram and Delhi, has now been reduced to nothing more than a drain. This very drain eventually merges into the 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵 drain. In old Gurugram, rainwater from the Aravallis used to flow directly into the Sahibi River. Even today, government records mention it as an important part of Rewari and Gurugram's irrigation system. But the reality is that the river itself is on the verge of extinction. Hydrological archaeology expert Vineet Bhanwala points out that until the 𝐸990𝐻, Gurugram had hundreds of ponds and stepwells. These ponds collected rainwater and served as a lifeline for farmers' irrigation needs. The Sukhrali Pond is one such example, which the municipal corporation still refers to as a lake. But now this lake has shrunk, surrounded by concrete structures and plotted land. A 2013 Times of India report stated that Gurugram had 70 such water bodies, most of which are now either encroached upon or completely destroyed. In short, humans have snatched away the natural resting places of water. Now the question arises, how did Gurugram change so quickly? The truth is, Gurugram was developed as a satellite city to ease Delhi's burden. But in this race for development, both planning and nature were forgotten. From 1984 until today, one sector after another was built here: broad roads, massive housing projects, and endless construction. Yet no one stopped to ask, where will the water go? Roads and buildings were raised on land that once served as natural slopes and water catchment areas. Delhi-based town planner Apala Mishra explains that urbanization turned Gurugram's absorbent land into solid concrete. Areas that once allowed water to seep underground are now covered with tiles, cement, and asphalt. Natural drains were filled in, replaced with artificial drains. But these man-made drains are either perpetually clogged or too small to handle heavy rainfall. Mumbai architect Rahul Kadri adds that engineers often rely only on stormwater drains, ignoring natural slopes and water bodies. That, he says, is the biggest mistake. Kadri warns that the way natural drains are continuously being filled and replaced with buildings in Gurugram will lead to even bigger disasters in the future. Look at the Google Earth time-lapse from 1984 to 2022. Highways now cut through where Sukhrali Lake once stretched, moles and townships stand where ponds used to be. The irony is that the largest green area still left in Gurugram is a weapons depot. In other words, the little piece of nature that remains is not preserved for people, but for arms storage. Gurugram's development model clearly shows that it is the outcome of the trio of politics, bureaucracy, and builders. Road layouts were planned, and then the land was handed over to real estate developers. For the sake of profit, they filled in ponds and natural water channels, creating a jungle of concrete. While this certainly boosted the value of real estate, the burden of civic problems was left for ordinary citizens to bear. The result is that today Gurugram drowns with every rainfall. Even the city's most expensive sectors are not spared. Residents of million-rupee flats struggle with waterlogging inside their homes. Office-goers are stuck in traffic jams for hours. Children cannot attend school. And every year, flood-like conditions have become the new normal. So, what's the solution? Apala Mishra suggests that Gurugram first needs an integrated urban authority. At present, different departments work in isolation, and their lack of coordination only worsens the problem. Second, the restoration of water bodies and natural drains is essential. Rahul Kadri emphasizes that instead of forcing rainwater into outdated drainage systems, the city should allow it to percolate into the ground. For this, reservoirs and recharge points must be developed. Many cities around the world have already found solutions. Singapore integrated rainwater harvesting into its urban design. Tokyo built an extensive network of underground reservoirs. The Netherlands launched the Room for the River project to deal with flooding. Gurugram, too, can learn from these examples. But for that, it is crucial that we learn to balance development with nature. Gurugram is not only important for Haryana, but for the entire country. Today, it stands as the biggest revenue generator and one of India's prime real estate markets. Millions of people have come here with their homes, their hopes, and their futures. But what they may not realize is that their dream houses are built on land prone to waterlogging. With every rainfall, the question only grows deeper: is this city truly developing, or is it moving toward destruction? Is it merely a symbol of economic growth, or a warning sign of an impending environmental crisis? Until Gurugram reconnects with its roots, protects its ponds, and respects its natural slopes, every monsoon will repeat the same story: floods, traffic jams, and helplessness. The story of Gurugram is not just about one city. It is a warning for all cities that are recklessly seizing nature's land in the name of development. If development goes against nature, its outcome will always be destruction.
If this video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.